moment.
Sheriff Country, part of CBS Premiere Week.
New CBS Fall.
It's part of our job to look for patterns. What do you think that is? Every week, it's something new.
Elsbeth returns Thursday, October 8th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
A fairly seasonal day for your Saturday. Should be mostly dry, but we do have a chance of some evening showers, especially towards the northern portions of the UP. Those details are coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we hear from Delta County Commissioner Kelly Vangenhoven as she continues her campaign to replace outgoing State Senator Ed McBroom. Plus, our Washington, D.C. crew breaks down some of the top headlines to come out of the nation's capital this week. And Luigi Mangione pleads guilty to killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. We'll have the latest. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
And welcome in. First look at your forecast on this Friday night, as we do have a slight chance of showers for tomorrow, but it's not all day and it's not even for everyone. Just a little bit of rain, maybe up towards, especially towards the northern portions like Houghton up to Eagle Harbor, Copper Harbor. We have cloud cover increasing throughout the day, but hopefully we should get to those upper 70s and lower 80s before that cloud cover rushes in. So we should steer clear of most of that rain, at least for us here in Marquette. But a full look at your futurecast and update on your 7-day is coming up in just a few short minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. Democrat Kelly Vangenhoven is running for the UP's 38th District State Senate seat, currently held by term-limited Senator Ed McBroom. Vangenhoven is a Delta County commissioner who says rebuilding the middle class is her top priority. Born and raised in Escanaba, she says her campaign is focused on bringing her experience in local government to Lansing and lending a listening ear to the people of the UP to rebuild trust in Democrat leadership.
Listening is a skill I think that we have forgotten about in the last few years, right? If you are, listening only to formulate your response, but not actually listening to their points of view, those are two very different things.
Vangenhoven will face Republican Dave Preston in the November 4th general election. A review for independent candidate Sarah Kimbenzi finds her still to be eligible for the 38th district race in November. Staff from the Michigan Board of State Canvassers says Kimbenzi surpassed the number of valid qualifying petitions after a Marquette resident challenged her campaign's integrity last month. The challenge called for the rejection of over 1,200 signatures across her petition sheets, including a claim that her campaign manager's signatures were forged and his party was misaligned with Kimbenzi's. Staff found these signatures to agree with the manager's signature on file and that his own party affiliation was not a legal requirement to circulate her votes. The board still found 197 invalid signatures, still leaving Kimbenzi with 642 over the 1,500 needed to land on the ballot. The Board of State Canvassers will officially determine whether the petitions are sufficient on Monday. President Trump is denying and downplaying concerns, first detailed by military newspapers, for the mental health and wellness of sailors aboard the USS Lincoln amid a long deployment in support of the war against Iran. Here's Charlie Diagata with what the president said.
Despite nearly 9 months at sea and amid reports of poor conditions and deteriorating mental health aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, today President Trump downplayed those concerns.
Have the deployments gone on too long?
No. Not nearly long enough.
Shortages of basic supplies, plumbing issues, and plummeting morale has sparked concern among military families who confronted top Pentagon brass last week.
All of us as parents have some questions about the length of time that it's taken and the distribution of military assets.
In his first statement since the issues came to light, Acting Secretary of the Navy Hung Kao pushed back, saying war is hell and normal routines are disrupted. He went on to say there had been no loss of life and no meals had been missed. Now, help is on the way. U.S. officials confirm the USS George Washington aircraft carrier is headed from the Pacific to the Middle East to replace the Lincoln. But that could take weeks.
That ship is moving right now, or very shortly, and it's being replaced with another very similar ship.
Senator Richard Blumenthal sent a letter to Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth earlier this week demanding answers.
When a member of the military raises their right hand, they should expect that our leaders should do everything possible to avoid additional hardship.
The senator described the conditions on the ship as abhorrent, but he said that the acting Navy secretary's statement is a beginning. Meanwhile, we don't know how long it's going to take for the George Washington aircraft carrier to reach the region.
This week in Washington, a bombshell report from the Washington Post unveiled the president snuck off Air Force One in a catering truck, plus how young Democrats are looking to reinvigorate Congress. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp takes a look back at this week in Washington.
This week in Washington, a Washington Post report unveiled a secret plan that even left many of President Donald Trump's own staff in the dark. At the NATO summit in Turkey last month, the Post reports the president secretly swapped planes after the summit due to a possible threat from Iran. Trump confirmed it after the report claimed the president boarded Air Force One in view of the cameras before hiding in a catering truck, in which he was then transported to a military aircraft. The journalists and White House staffers on board Air Force One were unaware the president was no longer on board the plane and unaware of the threat.
I just follow what they'd like to do. So I go by Secret Service and the military. They wanted me to go on a different flight, a different plane, equal safety, but they wanted me to do it, so I do it. I do what they say.
The switch raised questions on if those left on the decoy plane were in danger. Trump reboarded Air Force One after it landed and exited as usual. Plus, a new White House executive order in which it calls for reducing the number of vaccinations that kids receive is getting pushback from doctors. The EO suggests that childhood shots for the measles, mumps, and rubella, or MMR vaccine, should be split into 3 different single disease shots and should be spaced out into separate medical visits.
There's nothing that we lose with this. If the worst thing that would happen would be nothing happens. We're not going to lose anything. At the same time, we could gain tremendous, we could save hundreds of thousands of lives, millions of lives.
Medical experts say there's no evidence the combination of the vaccines the administration is referring to are dangerous. And the latest primaries are showing a new trend among Democratic races. Younger candidates looking to oust older ones. Democratic voters have been frustrated with their party and are hungry for change. And age has played a part in that.
They've been inspired by Zoran Mamdani, and we're calling this sort of the Mamdani effect, that they want to get out there, and it's time for some of these other politicians to get out of the way.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt announced she is leaving her position to spend more time with her family. We'll monitor the latest news and changes to the administration. I'm Rachel Knapp, and that's your Washington Recap.
Luigi Mangione entered a guilty plea in his federal case at a court appearance in Manhattan Friday morning. In the plea, Mangione admitted to the judge that he shot and killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside a Midtown hotel in 2024. Carissa Lawson has the details from New York.
Appearing in Manhattan federal court shackled at the feet, Luigi Mangione admitted he followed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson and gunned him down outside the company's investor conference. With Thompson's family watching from the front of the courtroom, Mangione entered a guilty plea on 2 counts of stalking, resulting in death. Mangione told the court, quote, December 4th, 2024, I shot Mr. Thompson in Manhattan and he died. When I did so, I understood that my actions would place him in fear of death or serious bodily injury. I knew what I was doing was illegal. After Friday's hearing, his defense attorney spoke outside of the courthouse.
As Luigi explained in court today, he endured years of severe, debilitating pain following a broken back while struggling to navigate our healthcare and health insurance systems. He believed that the system had failed him and destroyed his life.
After a nationwide manhunt, Mangione was arrested at a Pennsylvania McDonald's 5 days after the shooting. Prosecutors said they did not give him any deal or incentive to enter the plea and plan to seek a term of life in prison.
This was not a spontaneous act of violence. It was deliberate, calculated, and premeditated.
The U.S. District Judge asked Mangione if he understood he could spend the rest of his life behind bars. To that, Mangione answered, yes.
Sentencing in the federal case is set for December 18th. Mangione's defense team has already filed to dismiss his separate state charges, citing New York State's double jeopardy laws. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast after the break. Plus, with the warmer temperatures, more and more people are opting to rent pools rather than build their own. And students are getting ready to head back to school. We'll hear what to keep an eye on when it comes to their mental health. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Have you ever been nervous to buy a car? At John's Auto, we make getting a new car easy. Even if you don't know much about cars, we handpick every vehicle on our lot with an amazing warranty. And John's Auto is still here to help you after you buy your car. We've moved! Now we can service your car and detail it so it's super clean. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and the best detailing, come see it for yourself at John's Auto Marquette.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and Clearer Skin, I'm all in. Most people saw 90% clearer skin from head to toe. Skyrizi is only 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
The Golden Girls are on MeTV.
I am stunned.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And we officially made it to the weekend. Maybe you're trying to get in that last-minute summertime trip, or you have family coming in for their last-minute trip. Things are looking good, though, overall for the weekend. There has been that consistent pattern, and it's bringing a few different components our way, not necessarily directly, but that major heat dome is still very present down to the south, and it continues to trigger some showers and storms along the southern Great Lake areas like Iowa, through Illinois, Indiana, and through Ohio. So maybe if you're traveling down that way, you have family or friends, this is going to be a continuous issue where we have those water-covered roadways, but it is that moisture pushing up that may bring us some rain for the weekend. Today, though, 76 degrees for the high. The average is 75, a near perfect, a near seasonal day. Can't get much better than that. Maybe if you were wishing it was a little hotter. Not quite for this weekend. It's going to be fairly seasonal, just a matter of if we bounce between a few degrees warmer or a few degrees cooler from that seasonal mark. But your first warning weather futurecast should keep the rain out of the mix for most of this day tomorrow morning, but then we have that cloud cover increasing throughout the afternoon, and some of that moisture from that heat dome, there's a lot of that warm southerly air within that, and all of that moisture is going to help kind of fuel those pop-up showers and push some rain over top of us almost to the north, but then some of that moisture is very likely going to sag down and just clip Eagle Harbor and in those northern portions. We may see a few of those brief showers here in Marquette, but a better chance for some leftover showers Sunday morning, and especially if you're out towards Newberry, the Munising and Sault Ste. Marie area, maybe some thunderstorms, definitely some heavy downpours before that can eventually scoot out of the way. And I think our dinner time on Sunday will be dry, maybe even a really nice sunset as we can clear that cloud cover out by Sunday. So the rain has slightly changed just because of that pattern. It's very stubborn. So that heat dome has been creating a lot of rain and a lot of extra moisture pushing up to some of the northern portions of the U.S. So that's what we're getting. That's why we have those chances of rain now for Saturday and Sunday. That heat dome's not quite budging, so it's continuing to push up that moisture. But it's not really increasing our wind speeds too much. We should keep that at about 10 miles per hour, maybe pushing to 15, maybe 20 for a brief moment. So the wind shouldn't be an issue. You're definitely going to feel that humidity though. It's going to be very humid at least for that Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday morning definitely going to be humid where you'll feel it, but then it goes right back down to that comfortable range where the dew points go back down to where you won't even notice it. But that heat dome will make things warmer down south. Again, some of that heat pushes up into us, so we have a near average, maybe slightly warmer temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days. It's very seasonal though. On our 7-day, we waver between the mid to upper 70s. A little bit of some showers through midweek, but it's a toss-up, and we'll have more details on your forecast coming up on Monday.
Kelly, thank you very much. In the heat of summer, there's no better place to cool off than in a swimming pool, and more people are diving into their own private oasis without paying to build one. Bradley Blackburn explains how pool rentals are taking off.
Rocky Abdullah, her son Kalel, and his friend Josiah are enjoying the cool of a backyard pool.
You could just do your own thing and have fun.
The blue water is all theirs for a few hours, thanks to a rental through Swimply.
It beats the public pools and the lines and the locker rooms. It gives a peace of mind to know like it's solely ours for whatever time we booked it.
If you have any questions for me, let me know.
The pool belongs to owner Lauren French, who charges guests about $70 to $80 an hour.
This season, I'll probably look to make about $15,000.
She's been renting for years through Swimply, an app that helps vet guests and manage bookings for a portion of the earnings.
Part of what's endearing about having this experience is a lot of the folks that come use my pool, like myself when I was younger, would definitely not be able to use a pool unless there was something like Swimply.
This summer alone, Swimply expects to host 2.5 million guests. 18,000 pools are rentable in 45 states. The cost of building a backyard pool has climbed out of reach for many, with the average price of a new in-ground pool jumping 30 to 40% since 2021. Now fewer homeowners are taking the plunge. New pool construction is down 50% since 2021 to about 60,000 pools this year. Abdullah says she looked at putting in a pool and decided to rent instead.
I saw how much it costs not only to install, but the insurance and the taxes that come along with it. And just as quickly as it entered my mind, it had to leave.
But she can still escape right in someone else's backyard.
As students head back to the classroom, parents are checking backpacks and school supply lists, but mental health experts say there's another checklist families shouldn't overlook. Gwen Bumgardner spoke with one family making conversations about mental health part of their back-to-school routine.
This is my scrapbook.
15-year-old Beatrice Soletti Schemmel is passionate about art and anime.
We had all the Demon Slayer books.
But last year, she and her mom, Christina, found themselves navigating something much heavier, Beatrice's mental health.
Was it, depression or anxiety that you really felt was kind of overwhelming at the time?
Both, and also I think it was just a lack of diagnosis.
That kind of started the journey of finding additional mental health resources.
They found support through the Teen Wellness Center, ROWE, founded by psychologist Candace Feinberg. Dr. Feinberg says between navigating puberty, school, and social pressures, a return to the classroom can be one of the most stressful times for teens.
If they're struggling, and then they go back to school with a lot of expectations, then that's when we start to see if there are issues.
Feinberg says families should have a mental health checklist for school too, which includes sticking to routines, prioritizing sleep, setting screen time limits, making sure teens know where to turn for help, maybe a school counselor or therapist, and strengthening communication at home.
A lot of times kids will talk more in the car on a drive or going for a walk, and trying to ask open-ended questions and just really listening, for the little subtleties.
According to recent CDC data, about 4 in 10 high school students reported persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness. For Christina, that's why checking in can't be a one-time conversation.
The more we talk about it, the more we normalize it.
Keeping those conversations going and encouraging other families to do the same.
Dr. Feinberg says if a student is still struggling to adjust after their first 3 weeks of school, it's an indicator for parents to start a conversation. Still to come on your 19 News, the Off-Road Rumble kicks off in Bark River. We'll tell you what to expect throughout the weekend. That and more when we come back.
It's game day in the UP. When the cans are empty and the boxes stack up, don't trash it, recycle it. Recycle 906 accepts cans, cardboard, plastics, and more from across the Upper Peninsula. Game on, recycle on.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
We know you're wondering, what's Jack's crew up to now? Our barbecue is smoking. Plates all week, big platters on the weekends, including our mouth-watering, award-winning ribs. Friday nights, dive into the Drunken Fisherman with unique sauces you won't find anywhere else. Our soup and salad bar is open now. A meal on its own, or add it to any entree. Stop in and see what we're up to next. Jack's Restaurant, Main Street in Rapid River.
A world at your fingertips gives you the advantage. Scan this right now. Weather, local news, community events, amazing video. It's cool. It's all yours. It's free. And it's on demand. Do it. Download the app from 19 News. Now you know.
This is extreme crime.
To catch him, they'll use every trick in the book.
We were operating against ghosts, and ghosts are tough to find.
Top investigators and police use the latest forensic science to uncover the truth and solve real cases. The devil is always in the details. Forensic Factor.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. Only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. In Escanaba, preparations are underway for the UP State Fair, running August 17th through the 23rd. This year's fair includes themed days like Choose Day Tuesday, when fairgoers can try select food items at reduced prices, as well as Honored Citizens Day on Thursday, featuring the UP Veteran of the Year ceremony and a luncheon with the Lieutenant Governor. In addition to grandstand acts like Daughtry and Phil Vassar, the fairgrounds will be filled with entertainment of all kinds for all ages.
Is to make sure there's a lot of free entertainment. When people get through the gates, that they just go, yeah, this is the UP State Fair that we've been waiting a year for, and they leave here just feeling great about the whole experience.
The gates officially open at 5 o'clock on Monday, but the fun starts even earlier. At noon, our own Lily Simmons will MC the Royal Court, where they'll crown this year's UP State Fair Queen and Princess. We'll have live reports from the fairgrounds at 6/5 Central all week long, so be sure to stay with WZMQ 19 for your fair coverage. This weekend in Upper Peninsula tradition is celebrating 50 years of good times for a good cause. Through Sunday, the Bark River International Raceway is hosting the annual Island Resort and Casino Off-Road Rumble in the UP. Racers from across the country are tackling the 1.5-mile dirt loop, which is one of the premier technical tracks in the racing circuit. All proceeds from the event will go to the Bark River Lions Club, which supports charitable causes in the community.
As a community service organization, our motto is we serve. Anytime you can take a nonprofit organization and do something for 50 years, it means a lot, especially when it comes to a fundraiser, which really grew up from the grassroots and really has become this amazing event that we have here now.
Admission is $35 per day or $55 for the weekend, and kids 9 and under get in for free. You can find the full race schedule at WZMQ19.com. The unexpected star of The Odyssey is speaking out. Matt Damon's stunt double shares her reaction to meeting the actor and why she's proud to represent female stunt performers. Plus, a new movie shows how chaos can ensue when lost at a music festival. Gwen Baumgartner has tonight's entertainment headlines.
As The Odyssey continues to take theaters by storm, meet the cast member making waves for her impressive muscles in the film. Devin Dalton was chosen as the stunt double for lead Matt Damon. The actor even called her biceps the greatest he's ever seen. Here's what she said when they first met on set.
I was like, I made these for you, you know, like I wanted to make sure that he was well represented.
Dalton says she wants to inspire future female stunt performers. Despite no bridal photos from the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce wedding, the Hong Kong-based design team for company David's Bridal says they're anticipating Swift will influence upcoming wedding dress trends, and they're planning accordingly. Designers here studied Swift's aesthetic over the years and used that research to sketch about 24 wedding dresses that could go in one of their upcoming collections. The singer wore Christian Dior for her big day, but the style and the silhouette are currently unknown to the public. The new trailer for Rolling Loud the movie teases music, comedy, and a little family drama when a father-son duo takes on a hip-hop music festival. What could go wrong?
Hi, how's everything going?
Oh, everything's going pretty good.
The film stars Owen Wilson, who enlists some new friends when his son gets lost in the crowd. Rolling Loud the movie rolls to theaters in October.
Now it's time to check in with the Upper goddess. Lori is currently without her oven. It's like Van Gogh without his paintbrush. Let's see how Lori is adapting.
Hi everyone. I've had a new experience, YG here, cooking. I have been ovenless for 3 weeks. Can't seem to get a part for my oven or parts for my car. I don't know what's going on, but it's insane. The other day I baked buns in the grill, and yeah, so I did do sourdough at my mom's, because literally I'll be doing something and say, oh yeah, my oven's not working. But anyway, if you want to see what I got in here, check this out. Pasties. So they've been in there about maybe close to an hour. So what I did was I put these 2 burners on full blast at first to get the oven up to, or the grill up to 400. This burner off, because you don't want to have that direct heat underneath your pan. You want it to kind of swirl around like it's like an oven, but it's actually a grill. And the buns seem to bake okay. I did the same concept. I kept the grill at 375 for the buns, but the pasties I cooked them for 40 minutes on 400, and then I turned my knobs down like this. I put the middle one on low, and then this one here, you know, almost on low, but you can see it's got a little crank that, you know, to the right there, that would make it cooler. But they seem to be cooking really good. Yeah, so if you like looked at the bottom of one, see, it looks pretty good. So I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully I'll be able to get my oven fixed, but hey, well, if you ever need to bake something, put it in your grill. Keep smiling.
Now don't go anywhere. When we come back, Kelly Rowland will have our final look at weather. Stay tuned.
Attention anglers, know what day is best to cast a line by tuning into the fishing forecast on WZMQ 19 News. Brought to you by Blades Bait and Tackle. A great day of fishing starts here.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait, call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
We started back in 1913. Grandfather would go from door to door on a cart selling dry goods. It's great seeing people actually come in saying, you know, my grandfather waited on you. We offer a wide selection of La-Z-Boy recliners, Smith Brothers Amish furniture. We also offer a wide selection of appliances, all with free delivery, and we'll set it up where you'd like. Being able to help the customer and satisfy what they're looking for in their house, making it the place that they want to be, has been one of the most rewarding things.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Pure Outdoor.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
And a final check of your forecast as we get ready for the weekend. We'll have some gradually increasing cloud cover throughout the day. There will be some showers just with all that moisture pushing in. It's just a matter of where you are for seeing those showers. So if you're up to Houghton and Eagle Harbor, you have that better chance of seeing the showers. But if you are down towards Escanaba, Iron Mountain, Menominee, you'll probably miss it. But there is just a lot of that moisture pushing in. So that's why we have that rain chance increase for Saturday afternoon. Also continuing into Sunday morning. So we have to get through that little time in the weekend where we have to dodge that rain, and then once we get to your Sunday night around dinner time, all that rain and cloud cover should clear out. We are going to stay fairly seasonal. We should keep status quo with those temperatures into the mid 70s. It's just a matter of, are we slightly above that? Are we slightly below that? The weekend is fairly seasonal if you take out those rain chances. Again, you may not see it at all through the weekend. It's just a toss up. We'll start off this upcoming week though with mostly sunny skies, and you can check back here on that day for another look at your forecast.
Kelly, thank you very much. And finally tonight, a great-grandmother in California took a great leap to celebrate a major milestone.
Let's go, let's go, let's do it.
Ruby McNally marked her 100th birthday, jumping from an airplane. It's a daredevil tradition for McNally, who also went skydiving to celebrate her 80th and 90th birthdays. And the Centurion thrill seeker has no plans to slow down.
If you slow down, life is over. So you just keep on keeping on and enjoying life. The kids can't keep up with me. They joke about it, and that's what keeps you going on and on.
McNally says she hopes to keep jumping for as long as she can. Her adventurous spirit also inspired some of her relatives and friends to skydive. That's all we have for right now, everyone. Have a great weekend and have a great night.
We know you're wondering, what's Jack's crew up to now? Our barbecue is smoking. Plates all week, big platters on the weekends, including our mouth-watering, award-winning ribs. Friday nights, dive into the Drunken Fisherman with unique sauces you won't find anywhere else. Our soup and salad bar is open now. A meal on its own, or add it to any entree.